Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CWM, Land Wednesday meeting. Today, mini seminar topic will be top projects in Hawaii. And I want to introduce today's speaker, Janie Kim. Very energetic profession that I met this Hawaii trip. And she's a very active agent in Hawaii, currently joined with the Coldwell Banker in Hawaii. And I found her, Janie is very, very energetic and passionate about the real estate business. So I was really pleased to meet her this trip. So, of course, Janie Kim will introduce herself, okay? So welcome, Janie. You can do the screen sharing at this moment, or you can
Hello, everyone. Good morning. First of all, just want to say thank you for taking your time. And it's very humbling because I'm still trying to learn and I'm still trying to get used to a lot of things in Hawaii. I graduated from Arizona, lived in California. Last I lived in was actually Oklahoma. So being in Hawaii is a dream come true. It's a pure paradise. Mr. B was asking about the weather today, and it's very consistent weather throughout the whole year. So I love it. It's the greenery, the weather, and I enjoy golf, hanging. Real estate is passion of mine. So my background is in lending. I was part of the banking industry for over 10, 15 years throughout the states, and I somehow landed in Hawaii. And first thing I wanted to do was just drive around and learn about the housings and so forth. So I started with cold wealth at the beginning pretty well. And then after about 3 years later, I was recruited to do a project. So I was very fortunate, one of the very early stage as a beginner to work on projects. And the project consisted of like a city and county, like we call it HHFDC, HCDA. It's affordable housing, reserve housing. So I was able to learn a lot itself. And then now I'm back to Coldwell Banker, which is largest and brokerage, and it's an honor. So I had a privilege to meet with Mr. Stephen Lee. And just like the people that I met in Korea, not many people are familiar with Hawaii. So I thought, let me see.
By the way, Janie is perfectly bilingual, so you may ask in Korean as well. No problem.
Not really fluent in English nor in Korean. I'm kind of like in limbo.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and share a screen with you. And my apologies because I don't normally do presentations like this, so it's pretty rough. But so take it as a practice apart for me as well. But
Absolutely. Problem.
Thank you so much. So the part that I wanted to share with you guys is Hawaii real estate, and I'm sure nationwide, you guys experienced something unusual past couple of years or so. So now it's actually coming back to stabilizing, depending on how you look at it. Are we stabilizing? Are we declining? In certain difficult situations, so everybody has their point of view. I'm not going to get into it. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know my presence is here. So for me, 2023 is all about relationships. So if you guys need a contact or somebody that you can depend on, rely on, I want to be that person going forward, not only for the people from invest New York potentially coming in. You might know a lot of people from other states as well as Korea. So if they ever come here and they show any interest, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm not in Hawaii, how am I going to help them?" Just contact me. Just make that connection, and I'll be more than happy to be your like an coworker or a partner. So Hawaii, I just want to say, where is Hawaii? Because a lot of times you don't really have an idea, grasp of where the Hawaii is located or what it looks like. So what I did was, so if we look through the whole Earth, and I'm thinking you guys are probably on the other side. That's why we have time difference. Hello,
Mhm. Yes, right now it's a
from where you
5 hour
guys,
difference, right? So
yeah,
you over there is early morning, actually, right? 6 o'clock,
just
5 o'clock.
5 hours. That it's
Okay,
okay. I guess I'm pretty
all right.
energetic morning person.
Yes.
Can you see the map?
Okay, gotcha. Yes, we see where in Hawaii. Yes.
Good, good, good. So rotating the globe, you guys are right here.
Okay, now the top projects in Hawaii.
Perfect. Can you see? You
Yeah,
just
still
can.
top projects in Hawaii. Now
Do you see
where in
the?
Hawaii? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I sent you this project, miniature project that I created, and now we're in Hawaii. So you were able to click it, and it'll take you to the Google map, and then it'll show you. I just wanted to give you a bigger picture of what we're dealing with. So you guys are here in New York. You will be flying all the way out to Hawaii. And I don't know how many hours you had to fly in, 6 hours, 8 hours,
Actually more than nine
Mr.
hours, close to
Nine
10 hours.
hours. Wow, it's like going to Korea.
Correct.
So here's the island, right? Okay, and just this information, if you're looking at the Hawaii as a state in Western, that I just got that from Wikipedia, where Hawaii is and how big it is, and the population is about 1.4. When I got here 7, 8 years ago, it was about 1.1, 1.2. So I'm kind of surprised to see 1.4, which major projects that I came across, definitely Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes is like a 60 acres project, and it's one of the largest landowners in island of Oahu, and it's more of a southeast area. So it's nearby Waikiki. Yeah, you have to pass Kakako, which is a Howard Hughes project, and then it'll take you to Waikiki area. And if you guys are familiar, if you go further east, then that's where the Diamond Head is. So hopefully you are able to map into and take a look at the geographics that I sent you. And Howard Hughes is where they're developing a word village. And word village, the idea is to create like a live and work and play. That's You're gonna see that word a lot in Kaka'ako. It's a newer urban. So they're combining like a Hawaiian style of living, keeping the nature and organic idea into urban. And instead of just creating residential, instead of just creating a workforce, it's a combination of everything. So the more buildings and the more projects are coming together, really tell that people are enjoying being in residence there, as well as when you walk downstairs and walking around a block to block, there are several great restaurants and entertainment weekends. And so people are really coming together and becoming a really nice community that they share. So the ideal is urban and island living. And it's your concern, just having the idea, oh, there's a huge project that's actually becoming a lot more popular than Waikiki. So now when you say Hawaii, a lot of people used to say, oh, Waikiki, Hawaii, where's that? But now people are talking Kakako. Oh, where's Kakako? Kakako is where the word village, 60 acres, and it's just really booming and growing. There's already several projects that's been built, and all the theme and idea is live, work, and play. Now, I went ahead and added this just to kind of give you an idea of where Hawaii, Oahu Island for past 2022 numbers. So to December, and my friend, coworker, was able to pull this up and give it to me. So I'm sharing that with you so that you have an idea where we are in Hawaii, what the median prices are for single family homes and condos, how many days on the market, from January to all the way to December. You can tell that, that it has a slowed down a bit. Yes. It has the price went up crazy and then came back down. Yes. So you'll see this, and you can go ahead and ask me any questions either at the end or separately email. And I'm going to go ahead and add my contact information. So let me move this. And then opinion. I mean, everybody has different opinion as to why you would want to live in Hawaii. Definitely you would love to visit. Definitely you would love to have a second home. But a lot of people have different reasons, maybe retirement, maybe, whatever it is. But my bullet points were, of course, a lot of, when I immigrated to the United States, it was very difficult to go from country to country, state to states. If you guys remember 30, 40 years ago, with passport issue and things like that, college students will just swipe their credit cards and go everywhere. So what I'm saying is the island of Hawaii, it's not going to grow any bigger, but the people visiting here has multiplied, I don't even know, hundreds of times, right? And so when more people come here, they realize few things, and they love the nature, they love the fresh air, they love the weather, just the friendliness, the just happier lifestyle that people have. And I think we are considered one of the states where people tend to be very happy, right? And longevity too. And but the last bullet point, if you can see it, I noticed recently that family, we have families everywhere. So what happens is, instead of going to visit your kids to New York, they want to meet somewhere in the middle. Instead of, someone living in Seattle, their kids or family that they can't visit them in Korea because they're so busy, or, the flight is too long, they can actually meet here. And I see that a lot. Like, a lot of people are saying, hey, why don't we meet in the middle, your vacation, our vacation, and spend time here and have a visits here. I see that a lot. And that's actually a very, one of the reasons I think people are looking to buy second homes or vacation homes, or just even a visitation here. So Howard Hughes, they have several, I believe they're up to 8 or 9 or 10th project so far. I went ahead and indicated the high consider is the top notch is the Victoria Place, which is currently being built. When I pass by there, I can see the structure being maybe up to maybe 1/4%, 3/4 up. And that's gonna be one of the, what do you call it? In 3 years, I believe it's gonna be completed. And Anaha, it's already done. A few years back, 2-3 years ago, they closed, and people are already living in there. I visited the other day because I had a client who wanted me to visit, like, 1 bedroom, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. Anaha. Right below is coffee shops and the restaurants and the movie theaters nearby. Right across the street is a Whole Foods, and right across there you're gonna see Ali. Ali is a little bit more reserved, which is more affordable than Anaha, and Anaha is a little bit more affordable than Victoria. Something called Ulana. So what happens is, with these projects, instead of having reserve housing or affordable housing within these nice units, they they put it in one whole condo project. So like Ulana is all 100% reserve housing, and it's almost all sold out. So it, and I'll leave that, very fast as soon as they released it a few years ago, and people are living in there already. And there's several others. I just didn't want to put too many to confuse you guys, but this will just be and these four are like side by side, so you have a general idea. Just so yeah, I was trying to gather some data. Like Victoria, it was sold out. A lot of investors from mainland, and it's the price is pretty steep. It's high up there, and I went ahead and put the range, but don't quote me on this. These are just some information as accurate as I could gather, just letting you know what to expect. But with Howard Hughes, they call it, which is like a line, the front line, the second line, and the third line. And front line definitely has a full unobstructed view of ocean. So it's going to be most expensive, which is Victoria. And then the second line, it's bad. So the second line sometimes almost feels like it's a front line. So you'll have Anaha, Waia, and few others that's coming up too. And then the third line is a little bit more affordable and less. I mean, you still have nice view, but of course you'll have some other buildings in front too. And I went ahead and added Anaha.
Jenny, before we go to Jenny,
yes.
Yeah, before we go to Anaha, if I remember correctly, Victoria Park is, you said, under construction right now, right?
Yes, but all sold out. Pre-sales all sold out.
Oh, okay. I see. I saw it's under construction, but you're saying it's already pretty much sold out already.
Right. So with the construction, if I understand it, before they even tear down the ground or do anything, they have to go ahead and have, after all the legal documentations and everything, they market it. And then from the market, there's a certain they want to go ahead and sell out, right? In order for the construction to start. But
the point that I want to make is, for instance, in New Jersey side or some of the Manhattan side, compared to this Manhattan or Jersey side, if that's the case, okay, already under construction, then it's sold out. That means much faster than here.
Yeah,
so one project in Jersey City, for instance, is close to Manhattan. We call 99 Hudson Street project. It's a Chinese developer, and it's the tallest building in New Jersey. And it is taking years to sell, and still they could not sold everything. So
there are some projects where it's not going to be completely sold out, but they have maybe 10% or 15% that kind of lingers, and it takes few months or the rest of the year to sell out. But that's
but Victoria, this project is sold so fast. You think it because it's a first line, in other words, close to the ocean?
Absolutely, because of the view, because it's very rare. And when it was sold out, it was a year and a half ago, which was, the market was booming. So do we expect anybody to cancel out or not be able to? Probably not, especially this unique compared to the other projects is because I just see a lot of investors from overseas and here with just buying cash. And it's just very unique. But you're right, there are some projects where it's going to take some time to close out. But it's not as what do you call it, like Hudson project, or your project that you're talking about. And I'm not familiar, so I won't be able to compare, but yeah, definitely the projects go pretty fast.
Okay.
And then I just went ahead and added these numbers where I put recently sold and active. I got that information yesterday. So I just wanted to give you a range of what 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and the prices go for. And it varies depending on what floor, what ocean view or mountain view. And in Hawaii, definitely higher, the more expensive, the better, and the more expensive. And then from there, east side is more expensive. So if you have a east corner, ocean view, higher floor, yeah, it's going to be the highest price. But then, if you're residents here and if you're familiar with Hawaii, a lot of people actually prefer mountainside because you get a nice trail wind and it's really cool breeze, not exposed to sun all day long. But once again, a lot of people, of course, want the ocean view. So these numbers are pretty accurate as far as the updates. I went ahead into, do you guys call it MLS too? I call it MLS here. And
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I pulled up the numbers and just for your convenience. And then again, Ali as well. Ali, the outside, the way they built, I'm not a big fan of the way it looks, but inside and the amenities were very nice. And it's right next to Aeo, Anaha, for other projects. And there's several other projects currently in progress as well as upcoming that I didn't add here because that will be overwhelming. But I would be more than happy to send you more information. And if anybody has any, questions or clients that you want to discuss, I'm here for you guys. And then Ulana is a reserve housing. Reserve housing is pretty much when you're ready to sell, there's like a restriction, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Sometimes this one is the HCDA, where they already know exactly how much of your equity you have to city and county. So it's affordable and you are able to live amongst all this beautiful condominiums and area urban living. But for especially college kids, your kids, a lot of parents tend to buy one because they qualify. There's a restriction, like you can't own any properties, you have to be the resident here. There are some restrictions, but it's almost sold out as well. So that's Ulana. Why people like these projects? I was just trying to think of things to show you guys. I mean, master plan, sustainable community war village, just the idea of 60 acres. And what my favorite part of it is, I don't know if you notice, there's some homeless in Waikiki and a lot of area. Hawaii's one of the issues.
Yes,
I'm not going to get into.
I saw many homeless people there.
Yeah, they're probably the wealthiest homeless. No kidding.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few where you're going to experience, and I'm not used to that. And so with this 60 acres, they are going to have 24-hour patrol, like security always overseeing. So if you go out right now, whether it's nighttime or all day long, it's kept very well. And yeah, so I think that's one of the things that I personally like. And they're eventually going to finish the other projects. And the whole, and I ask other agents and clients like why they like that area, and I get the very similar testimonial, and that's vibrant. When you walk around there, you have this feeling of very energetic environment. It's vibrant, uplifting life, And it's not just for young people. It's not just for, older people or any ethnicity. It's just mixtures of everything. And I think that's what makes it very unique. And you can just walk over to the beach. It's what, half a mile or a mile. It's really close to the what we call Magic Island, is where everybody from 5 o'clock in the morning till midnight, they exercise, go fishing, picnic, tennis, basketball. I mean, whatever the sports activities they want to do, and functions are held, farmers markets, restaurants, and so it's everyday entertainment. And you are able to walk on the grass. And I remember missing that from living in California, living in Arizona, where it's really hot. You can't really be outside. So you'll see a lot of kids still running around. It's like American dream. When I first came to United States, I went out and play in nature, right? And today is just really very briefly just letting you guys know there's someone like Janie Kim here. I am bilingual. I love real estate. I am familiar with loans. So I even have done loans for international, like Korean investors. They think they have to only buy with cash. Of course, it's the simplest, right? Except for the way money is transferred. But if they know that they can actually get the loan 50%, 60%, even 70%, they rather want to get that done. So I've helped with them with that. So just feel contact me if you have any clients. And you can definitely follow me. I mean, I haven't done social media a lot, but going forward, I'll probably look to, because some of the agents here, that's how they bring in like huge investors and numbers of leads. And I guess I was getting a little lazy playing golf and partying too much. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
So just a little bit, this is Janie. I'm just ordinary mom. I have two grown-up kids, college, and my daughter's I just love real estate. I would go see houses all day long. Background, a little bit of studying. I mean, barely. I was trying to learn English, right, growing up. But whatever it is, the real estate, and I just love it, and I enjoy golf. So if you guys ever come out here, any of you guys, and just give me a call, and I'll treat you to a round of golf and so forth.
Okay.
But yeah, but any other area, like whether it's east side or west side, like definitely if you drive out to 40 minutes to 30 minutes, 40 minutes to the west, where I live in Hawaii, Eva Beach. It's nearby Colina. So before I let you guys go, we're looking possibly potential projects coming up in Colina. I'm going to follow up on that. And if that actually comes to a fruition, then that incredible information that I'm going to try to get firsthand, and then I'll share with Mr. Lee so that you can go ahead and share with the others, because it'll be probably like as big as Kaka'ako development in Colina. And Colina is growing like a tourist site as well, resort area too. It's beautiful.
Okay.
That's it for today.
Okay, great. Janie, really appreciate over there right now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, by 5:30. So I really appreciate.
Well, let's go. Gotta hustle.
Oh, yes. One quick question. So you mentioned Kakaoka is the area. Kakaoko? Okay.
Yes.
So Kakaoko, we can imagine, to help our understanding, it's like 압구정동. You're familiar with
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's very simple kind of description. It's like and inside 압구정동 is Kakaoka. So Kakaoko. The World Village project is specific 60-acre lot developed by
Howard
who's
Hughes.
this? Howard Hughes.
Yes.
Okay, so there are, I think, probably dozen of this condominium high-rise, right? Concentrated in that complex.
I'm sorry?
When we hear, okay, somebody want to buy a condominium from Korea, for instance, we can just talk about Apgujeongdong in Hawaii, and then specifically World Village, right?
Yep.
And if they don't have any agent, they can just call, I mean, they're going to call us, and then we're going to call Janie. Is that
Yes, yes. So Waikiki is older. Yeah, Waikiki is much older, and people know Waikiki. But like I said, there's a pros and cons, and then you can do short terms a lot in Waikiki. So that's still a positive aspect. Owning and buying something, but once again, because it's much older and outdated, I want to say, but the right next to it is this, vibrant, growing community, right? And so if they're looking for a second home and visit it, even investment home, vacation home, yeah, definitely, highly recommend. Whether it's a studio, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, you have everything, and people just absolutely love it.
Okay, great. Just to help understanding also, this time I was there about 10 days and I stayed in the condo, and
IAO.
friend of mine, yeah, IAO. Okay, that's one of condominium, high-rise condominium in the World Village.
Yes.
And in fact, a friend of mine retired from Korea, and he purchased a 3-bedroom condominium unit at 1.7 million. It's a corner unit. It's an ocean view, as Janie mentioned. I think it's a second line, right? In that World Village. Okay, so this is a typical story. Anybody want to retire or even investment property, if they want to buy it, this area that Janie explained it, World Village, is the probably most popular or most interested area, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
So as Janie said, Waikiki is a kind of older town, correct? So
I would say.
yeah, I mean, these days people want to go to Apgujeongdong, right? So this is the area, just like Apgujeongdong. Okay. Sounds great, and I really appreciate your time again, Janie. We will, definitely will invite you again. Okay, so we can have some information about the new area that you mentioned, Corina.
Colina. Colina has Four Seasons, Aulani, which is Disneyland style. Disneyland owns Aulani, and there's a Marriott and Beach Villa. So the Marriott is the one where people can buy and sell. It's a resale. You can own the condo and you can do short term. So it's very. The others are more of a timeshare or just hotels. And there are two huge parcels that Atlantis, supposedly a Chinese investor, were supposed to develop, but that's not going through because with the issues in China and their financial issues. So right now, we don't know what's going to happen, who's going to purchase. We're hoping maybe some Korean. And if that does go through and there's a project and they decide to do, let's say, pre-sale, you know what I mean? Kind of like Victoria and Anaheim pre-sale, then you guys will be the first ones to have the information as soon as I get the information. So you can make that connection. That's actually one of my dreams to follow up on that area.
Okay, great. Okay, again, really appreciate it. We hope that we can make a lot of referral networking, in the future, and definitely will invite you again. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay,
감사합니다. 네, 이제 주무세요. 들어가서. Okay. Thank you.